Somebody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the start of the 2017 season, kind of. Before we can kick off our fantasy football league, we've got to decide who's in what division. So, won't take too long. Let's get after it as my dogs trample each other in the background. This is going to be great. Okay, so not looking. Let's see where my hand's going now. We'll start with the Honolulu Blue Division, my favorite division, just because of the name. So first up in that division, we have Rick John. This may be backwards by the time we end up posting this, but Rick John finished 5th. He's drafting 5th. He's got some pretty good keepers. He could go with his quarterback, which would be a little untraditional outside of kind of Aaron Rodgers. But he could go with Matt Ryan, who he has, Matty Ice, who did extremely well last year, although they gave up a 28-3 lead. Real quick on that, did anyone else see that the New England Patriots are trolling the Falcons, and the fact that the Falcons gave up a 28-3 lead? The Patriots got 283 diamonds in their ring, each ring. So classic Patriots. So he can keep Matt Ryan, can keep Odell, little drama queen, starting to not like that guy. Could keep Matt Forte, who's getting a little bit older, but still productive. And then AJ Green. So he's got quite a few to choose from. He's definitely going to be keeping 2 guys because he has 0 picks in round 1 through 4. But in rounds 5 through 7, he has 3 picks for each round. So we'll go Rick to start off in the Honolulu Blue. Also in the Honolulu Blue, matching up against Rick, we will have Jessica, who knows more about fantasy football than probably any female that I know. Jessica finished 10th last year, so even though I just gave her praise, she did not do well. She's drafting 2nd, and she's going to probably keep Antonio and LaShawn. Looking at the rest of her roster, she doesn't really have anyone else. She has 2 first-round picks this year, though, so a lot of opportunity there. Meeting Rick and Jessica will be Cam. Cam was our league runner-up, finished 2nd, so he'll be drafting 11th. He can choose from Aaron Rodgers, Jordy Nelson, and DeMarco Murray. So not really sure where he's going to go with that one. Obviously, you don't typically keep a quarterback in this league. However, he has, basically since he's gotten him, since he traded for him back in like 2013 or something like that. So he's kept him since then. It's paid off for him, especially this year when he finished runner-up. You got Jordy, who's had some injuries before, but there's no one else in Green Bay really. But running backs are at a premium, and you got DeMarco, who did really well, although there's a rookie behind him. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes with that. He's got 1 pick in every round, but he also has an extra pick in round 9. So he'll either lose his other pick or he'll have to trade it, a 2-for-1 type of thing. And last in the Honolulu Blue Division, we have yes, I was hoping for either Brett or Dave. Brett is a Bears fan. Dave is a Packers fan, so it's nice to see one of those two in the Honolulu Blue Division. Brett, our only rookie this year, taking over for Ryan Hoffman's team. He's drafting 7th. He does not have a ton of good keeper selections. He does have all of his regular picks, though, so should be a nice kind of intro to the league. Not too complicated, and he should be able to draft like normal. So there's our Honolulu Blue Division. Next, we're going to go with the Black Division. First up in the Black Division, we have Tony Baloney, Tiger Tony. He finished 3rd last year, so bronze medal to you, and that gets you the 9th spot in the draft, so congrats there. A lot of different ways Tony could go. Do you go with a quarterback in Stafford, the hometown guy? Do you go Todd Gurley? Had a rough year last year, but still a ton of talent. Do you go Brandon Cooks, who was good last year, not great, but now in New England scheme, chances are he's going to score a lot. Or do you go Amari Cooper, who's the young guy, got a young quarterback throwing to him, but not really established as probably a keeper pick, maybe, I don't know. Or do you go Lamar, who had a terrible year last year, but he did trade a first-round pick to me to get him, so you kind of have some more invested. Plus, you got to figure he's probably not going to do as bad as he did last year. Tony does not have any first-round picks, so it's going to be kind of crucial for him to determine who he wants to keep. But he does have 2 picks in round 4 and 2 picks in round 5. So that's the start of the black division. We'll go right off the edge here. Who was this? This was Tyler. Tyler Baloney has the same ring to it. Finished 4th last year, so he'll be drafting 10th. Him and Tony faced off the last week. He's got 2 certified keepers in David Johnson and Julio Jones. However, maybe he wants to take a little bit of a risk and keep Jordan Howard. He does not have a first-round pick, so again, it's going to be important for him to decide who to keep. I know you are all on the edge of your seat. Joining Tony and Tyler will be myself. I did stupendous last year. I finished dead last in my own league, so that's great. I'm drafting 4th because I finished last. I do not have a lot of good keeper selections, so I'm not sure what I'll do. I do have Des Bryant, who I'm willing to trade if somebody wants him, or I'm looking to get a keeper if somebody would like to trade one of their guys. It gets tricky when you trade players, so let me know if you're interested in trading one of your guys, but know that then that kind of eliminates one of the keepers that you can have. It's complicated. But I do have 3 first-round picks, so... And last in the black division, the champion. So it's great that you have a guy that finished 4th, a guy that finished 3rd, a guy that finished 1st, and then me. Really dragging the average down there. So Justin, league winner, so he's drafting 12th. He can choose Melvin Gordon, Le'Veon Bell, Mike Evans, Devontae Freeman, or he could throw a curveball, keep Dan Bailey, the kicker. He does not have a 1st or 2nd round pick, which he gave up last year. Sold his soul to get the championship, and I think he would do that again. So that leaves, I'm not going to open all these because I can kind of read them through. That leaves Micah in the silver division, Nate in the silver division. I don't know why I'm showing you this. You can't see through this, but I can. Kirk in the silver division, and Big Dave in the silver division. Just to go over those quick, Micah finished 8th, so he's drafting 8th. He could keep Spencer Ware, Doug Baldwin. Not a lot of options there. He does have 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds, and 2 fourth rounds, along with his 1 third round. Kirk finished 6th, drafting 6th. He could keep Zeke, Gronk, maybe Mark Ingram, although with Adrian Peterson there, probably not. He does not have a 1st, but he does have 2 thirds. Who else was part of that? Oh, yeah, Nate. Nate finished 11th, so he'll be drafting 3rd, just in front of me. He could keep Cam Newton or Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill could be an extremely viable option now that Jeremy Maclin has been dropped by the Kansas City Chiefs. He has 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. And last but certainly not least, who did I forget? Oh, yeah, Big Dave. Finished 9th, just outside of the playoffs. And in our league, if you finish the spot right outside of playoffs, combined with the record, not really a playoffs, but the round robin while everybody else is in playoffs, you draft first. So Dave is drafting first. He could keep T.Y. Hilton, who did not do very well last year, but he's kind of a boomer bust type of guy. Jay Ajayi, who had a great end to the year last year, although wasn't extremely consistent if you look at the start of the year. And then you have potentially Dak, which would be risky. However, if you do believe that Dak is going to be not necessarily a generational, but an elite quarterback moving forward, probably best to keep him now. So who knows? Dave has 1 pick per round. I'm not sure if they're all his or if he's traded and then got equivalent back, but he does have 1 pick per round, so a little bit easier there. So I'll get back to everyone with more information. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. Finesse a nigga with some counterfeits, but now I'm counting this. Parmesan with